guys, it's Andy, and lately I have been getting very, very annoyed. I feel like it's just, this is how I get in the time between winter and spring. I just get so annoyed around this time of year, and I feel like my patience is thinner than any other time, and I don't understand why, but I've noticed that it's a thing. Like, you know how some people get like seasonal depression? I get seasonal annoyance. And my temper is so much shorter with everyone around this time of year, so it's not really fair to anyone. And I don't know how to fix it long term, but I have come up with a few short term coping mechanisms to deal with it. And I was thinking, you know, I can't be the only person who just has this time where they just get really annoyed, or even just when you get annoyed on a regular basis, that maybe some of my short term coping mechanisms would help people out there who also don't have healthy long term coping mechanisms. Basically, I'm teaching you how to be a non-fully functional adult, and that's just something that I've really built this channel on. I feel like I've given you a lot of shortcuts to things that will probably damage you psychologically in the future. Whenever I get annoyed or angry with someone, I usually really try very hard not to place my annoyance or anger at them, because usually it's not even their fault. They've just done something only slightly annoying, but I've let all of the little annoyances build up to the point where I'm just like, would you shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone? And I don't want to do that to their face, because that's really quite impolite. So I try very hard to control my temper around other people and try not to take out the annoyance on them and rather try to fix the problem first. But sometimes that's just not feasible. Ask any one of my close friends and they'll say that Andy regularly throws temper tantrums, but dear God, they do not know what an actual Andy temper tantrum can consist of most of the time. I am so good at controlling myself, they have no idea. But you know, once you have removed yourself from the situation and you are by yourself, you are free to deal with your annoyances in any way you wish. One thing that really I think is a very common thing among annoyance is that people want to break something, whatever it is they're holding, the thing that's causing them annoyance, or just anything really when they're really angry or annoyed. The desire to break something, I think, is pretty much an inherent trait among humans when they are angry. There is one rule you should always live by, and that is if it is not yours, you cannot break it. So only something that you own, made, paid your own money for, something like that, that is the only thing you are allowed to break. But if it is yours, feel free. You're the only one who has to deal with those consequences then. As long as you are not hurting someone or someone else's belongings, feel free to break it. Of course, then it comes down to, if you're thinking clearly at the time, you really don't want to break your own belongings. So I have developed a method for this. Whenever I feel the urge to break something, what I choose is eggs. That's right, eggs. I take eggs from my refrigerator and I go over to my sink where the cleanup is going to be easy and not a problem, and I break eggs in the sink. I literally throw them into the sink and smash them. And it totally works. I realize it might be slightly wasteful, but I don't use eggs for much anyway. I only use them really when I bake. I don't like eggs in much other of a format other than just baking something, so usually I can afford to waste a few eggs. Of course, that's probably not very good advice for vegans, so if you're gonna feel bad about the eggs being broken or existing in the first place in my refrigerator, I guess, then you probably don't want to do that advice. I've mentioned on this channel before that when I am very stressed out, I like to take showers. Showers are also really great to take whenever you're angry or annoyed, because if you want to just bathe in molten lava to help fuel your hate fire, you can do that. Or you can use cold water so you can cool yourself off because you're so mad you're literally become a steam engine. Showers are just a great place where you can spend time by yourself, think through all your annoyed feelings, and just get it all out, and you get bathed at the same time, so it's good. Another thing that's actually always really helped me with annoyance is standing on things. I don't know why, maybe it has something to do with the breaking things thing. Not that I'm standing on things and breaking them, it's just that it makes you feel like you're in control of something when you're standing on top of an object. Chairs, tables, countertops, couches, beds, I like standing on them when I'm angry. It makes me feel powerful. Another thing that also helps me is singing. Now, I sing all the time anyway, but you know, the song choice obviously differs whenever I'm angry, usually a lot more rock and roll in that scenario. But here's the thing, anger and annoyance equals to passion most of the time, so sometimes you do some of your best and most exciting work whenever you are angry. Leaping off into that, writing is also a great thing to do when you're annoyed, because how else are you going to write that really annoyed scene if you're not actually annoyed and you don't know what it feels like? You get your best inspiration from feeling the emotions, so I feel like it actually helps sometimes when you're trying to write an annoyed person's point of view is if you are actually annoyed. I wouldn't recommend getting annoyed to do it, but I mean, hey, you might as well kill two birds with one stone. However, the best advice I can give for what to do when you're angry or annoyed and you're probably in a public place where you can't actually do all these things that I'm suggesting, or it would not be good if you just literally ripped off the head of the person who's annoying you, is to close your eyes and take a deep breath, count to 10, and let it out. It's probably not gonna help that much, but it'll make you feel like you did something. Really though, it's all about just taking that moment to stop for a minute and just breathe and think it through. That came out sounding much more profound than I thought, but you know, I guess I'm just a really wise individual and I can't even finish that sentence because, oh my god, I have the emotional maturity of a fruit fly. Honestly, guys, I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time. I just felt like I needed to get this out there because honestly, I'm a little annoyed right now. So I guess talking to you guys has helped me feel a little bit less annoyed. So thanks for that. Do you guys have any tips or hints about how to avoid feeling annoyed or angry or how to deal with those feelings when they come up? Then leave a comment about that down below. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this trip into Andeeland. If you'd like, you can click right here to be sent to my last video, or you can click right down here to subscribe to my channel to see new videos every Monday and Friday. And if you liked this video, you can give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you think they'd like it too, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys!